Chairman.
Chairman Chelsea.
I think Penny.
Yes, she's here.
Hello, everybody.
Glad you're here.
I know. I heard I get the honors. You all know that means.
No. You go upstairs like that? Yeah, I'll provide the jacket.
I got the jacket, yeah.
I'm cool. You're crazy.
I got them.
Next meeting, let's wear blue.
Okay.
I didn't
Well,
get
look
I
at
was
this side
sitting
of
on
the
this
table. I was
side.
gonna say, if I'm looking this way, so you
I need to move over there.
We're on the wrong side of the table.
Brandy, or do you mind grabbing that door? Sure.
Man, Chairman already barking out over there.
Well, they're working in the hall.
Howard's getting to it.
Yes, cross.
Oh. Yes. You guys ready? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I am going to call to order the BET meeting for Tuesday, August 9th. The meeting was posted on Friday, August 5th. And our first item is if there is a motion to approve the minutes of July 12th, 2022 and July 20th, 2022.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
All
right.
Item number 2 is a recurring item, discussion and possible action regarding an update on employees' benefits.
Good afternoon. We don't have much time in this fiscal year so far. It's only through 8/15. We brought some claims in from last fiscal year and paid in this fiscal year. That's why you kind of see an increase on that. But overall, if you look down net, we're doing really good. So far, we're under 8%. So anytime in healthcare you're going under, we're doing well. That's really all I have to report. There's a couple more COVID reimbursements we'll do soon. We have about $20,000 that we didn't spend in that ARPA funds from last year. We can get back. And then I did a recent report. We got about $1 million back from February through the end of May. About $1 million for COVID claims. I did a report from June 1st through the end of July of this year for COVID claims. There's another $329,000 outstanding. So if we can get about $349,000 back soon, put back in there. But overall, everything seems to be going well.
Great, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to receive the update?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And item 3 is the current BET watch list. I am going to make a motion to receive the document. I have it updated from Budget Board action in July. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All the only change was just moving the 2 that were approved by Budget Board to the second page. So it wasn't a big change, but this way we have an updated one today. And I'm going to assume there's not much to discuss. We still have the social services utilities on there for 70s. Is that still correct? They don't. Oh, not you. I'm sorry. Juvenile.
No,
Yeah, they're not here. You're right.
Your utilities would be part of my budget.
Gotcha. Were these the? I think these were those still the utilities of the old building. That's where I'm. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone have anything else on the watch list? Seeing none action, we'll go to 4.
What was that second line item having to do with the legal?
item?
outside legal. That got approved.
Yeah.
That was approved in July.
The list went fast too fast. I was up in the gallery seats.
Yeah, there was some outside legal for 40,000.
Well,
That was
That was
approved on the
approved.
21st.
I think the self-insurance, those dollars,
Mhm.
there's a request from legal to get that moved over at some point. So however, we need to do that.
That should be done.
It's already
That's
moved
done.
into general government.
So it is in general
Yeah,
government?
we moved it from reserve to general government, yes.
That was in July, yeah.
Take care of her concerns. It doesn't?
Yeah, that was done on July 21st after budget board approved it.
Okay, on to item 4. This is a update on the special projects and CARES fund. Did you have anything to add or?
Nothing to add, it's just, it's gonna continue to grow as there's interest trickles in every month.
They're already in play?
Scroll down. Please.
Okay, yeah.
$20,247 left in there.
Did we tie us that 153?
June and July interest, not a lot, there's like $279 that will be appropriated, so. Again, it's gonna continue, but I think John just said that he's got about $20,000 in claims that we can, prior year claims that we could use these funds for.
I don't think our agenda item allows us to make that recommendation. So, does anyone have anything else on item 4? Okay, seeing no action. Item 5, the discussion possible action on the 22-23 September supplement for juvenile detention and juvenile bureau.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to present what the picture looks like for us today. I may not, more than likely I won't be here when those discussions are being held. So I worked with staff to kind of make sure that everybody knew where we were and to give you all sort of a snapshot of what we see our needs might be.
Motion to receive document. Second.
Right now, for detention, we took July's payroll expense, and by 12 months, and that made us $55,178 short as a projection for salary. Now, it would have been $154,541, but you remember you put the $99,000 plus in our budget for mental health staff, and that's now going before the BOCC for approval as an ARPA eligible expense. So that, if you leave that money in there, then that's what we project. You've got both numbers depending on, what you decide. I am asking that you consider, for now, reserving $60,000 for salary and wages on the watch list just to keep it on everybody's, so everybody remembers and is aware as you go through the year of possibilities there. On the fringe for detention, we're gonna need to wait 2 or 3 more months, I think, because we have all new rates, so we don't have several months to look at projections. The cost for July would put us at, if we did that for 12 months, we'd have $138,000 surplus. But in July, we had 25 positions in detention that were either filled or being filled, but were not yet eligible for benefits. So a certain percentage of those people, if they stay around, obviously will be. So I think you would be in a much better position to look at it after we've had July, August, and September. And then, at that point, 183 may be a high figure to use per month. I just don't have enough data. But I wanted to let you know what we see so far. No change in travel or M&O. We went through all of our capital requests that were in our original budget request last spring. And many of those are being recommended by policy and governance for ARPA eligible expenses to BOCC. So those are not included here, but there are three that we would like consideration for a watch list item. The walk-in freezer, we asked for that for eligible ARPA funds, and the consultant said, didn't think that met the criteria. Same on the emergency evacuation road. That quote is from D1, Brian Jasper. He came out and looked and did some work with Estabrook to get a guess on that. And then the 3 transportation vehicles, these were not on our original budget request last spring. We did submit these for ARPA eligibility, and they have not been discussed yet. So there's still, as far as I understand, there's still other items to be discussed that they haven't gotten to yet, and hopefully this is one of them, because the only thing the consultants have said about it is that they think you could go either way. These vehicles are outfitted with separate heat and air in front and the back and the shield and all that. So, just to make you aware, that it's kind of pending ARPA, and I hope that we get those approved. If not, my suggestion will be, as I exit, for them to try and save money to find the funds to at least buy one out of their budget before the end of the year, because their cars are absolutely horrible. But again, these are really just information for you right now. We looked at the bureau salary, and we took July, 109,000, did the same formula, and it showed 178,000 left over. But there were 5 positions that weren't filled or weren't eligible for the payroll expense yet, and we think that a good average number of payroll for the bureau will be a little higher than 109. When these positions get filled, they typically don't turn over very often. So more information, a few more months, you'd be in better stead to see if we're going to have a surplus or not. But right now, it's not looking like we're going to need much, if any, additional. But that's just based on what I have today. And same thing with fringe, same formula. But there were 8 positions not yet drawing benefits and 5 in the process of being filled, so that's 13. So let's just say 2/3 of those people at some point, November or December, become eligible. It's only going to be a half a year's benefits. We don't know if it's going to be family or single, which is another reason to wait. But you shouldn't need a huge amount of funding if all those people took benefits, because again, the timing of filling them and their eligibility is going to be later in the year. So that's an overview to give you a snapshot of what I see right now. And whoever is standing here next can obviously keep you updated on how those trends might be changing. Are there any questions? Yes.
Forgive me, they're gonna sound really stupid. Okay. What are the transportation vehicles used for, and are they all used at once?
They are not all used at once. However, we could easily have them in use at once. They will be used by court services staff for probation clients, as well as detention transport. So we might have, like yesterday, we had a girl who's in detention pregnant. So they had to transport her for a special doctor's visit while they made another transport to the hospital. And the other vehicle would have been tied up, possibly doing field work by probation. It is a good point, though. It's not going to be that all 3 vehicles are running all day long every day.
Right.
Our vehicles the newest is a little over 10 years, oldest is 21. And they're all really beat up bad from hail. I mean, they look, it looks bad, but that's okay. We're keeping almost all of them. We keep running, we do the regular preventative maintenance, and they got a lot of miles on them. So I think the future plan is if they don't get these with ARPA funding, or maybe they just get one, and then the planning of the Bureau going forward would be to buy an additional one the following year.
Gotcha.
Would you be retiring then? Or are these gonna replace three of the old ones, or are you just gonna kinda add then wait and see what
There's-
goes down?
There's several we could surplus. Yes.
I know, when's your last day?
August 19th, unless I work part-time for a little bit. They haven't finished the process of
Okay.
hiring anybody, so we'll see how that works
I'll
out.
miss you,
Thank you.
and congratulations, and I have a couple of more questions. You've done great work, but I have,
Yeah.
what's, can you estimate, you may not have it with you, staff turnover, what do you average every year, I mean, your staff?
Did you complete?
So I did, so for our detention officer positions, we have roughly 79 actual like line staff detention officer positions. We'll turn over 79 in the year. It doesn't mean that we turn over all of those 79 people, because we have some people who've been here for years, but we'll turn over 79 officers. So, I know some of you guys I've seen on the job postings, you guys have experienced this also, but especially in the past probably 6 months or so, it's been hard to staff. With the addition of the additional 15 officers that we got in November, we're just on July payroll at the point where we're fully staffed with those numbers. July payroll was the first one where we did not have a full-time detention officer vacancy. So it's taken us a minute to get there. DOs are definitely our highest turnover piece, especially in our detention center. With our court services department, it seems like every maybe 2 or 3 years we'll have several go, and we kind of have a little, not mass exodus, but a little exodus there where either people promote or transfer. But for the most part, in our bureau budget, turnover is non-existent almost. We may have 1 or 2, like maybe 1 a month, but we do not have a high turnover rate on the bureau side at all. So turnover is very, very low in the bureau. In our line staff, it's high in our detention officer, in the detention budget.
Okay, and just as a quick follow-up, with that high rate of turnover, is that fair to say?
Sure.
How much free time, if you will, non-paid free time is there per year? So you lose 25 people, how long does it take to hire them?
Well, unfortunately, so if you're meeting free time, budget-wise or free time
Non-paid.
vacancy-wise.
Yeah.
So in order to get that churn, the problem is we're also paying out all of those officers. So
Right.
for every officer, they have holiday leave, they
Right.
have overtime, they have all of those things. So what we save in vacancies, a lot of times goes right back out the door with them in overtime, holiday, and
Okay.
comp. So,
So basically, your request, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, is kind of the 100% employment all the time. Is that what you're saying?
our request right now is based on July payroll. So we're now at 100% roughly DO vacancies, yes.
Okay.
Assuming that we're able to cover the payouts with any vacancy that we may have had during the month. So for instance, we had no detention officer vacancies on July payroll. However, I lost a few in July. I have a new class starting on Monday. So I'm able to absorb the payout that I had to give those people in July with those couple of days since they've left until now that I haven't had to pay the new people starting Monday. That makes
Okay.
sense.
And you have to forgive me because I'm kind of new, old but new, so replacing somebody. Did you turn back money last year?
We did.
How much?
Jamie, do you know?
You had
off the
the
top of your head?
old one that I was working on that had the,
Not with me, but I can pull it up.
she'll pull it up.
Okay. Got any wild guesses?
You know.
Let's see
I don't
how
like
good you
ballparking.
are.
Not that good.
I mess it up because we look at numbers all
Right.
day.
You are omnipotent.
Oh my gosh. I don't, but yeah, we could get that information out, so.
I'm just curious, because, if we're trying to fund everybody at 100% with all the turnover, I think that has to be considered.
Well, one of the things also, Mr. Buchanan, is that we received raises for all those people in January and absorbed it. But then you're right, we also still have some money we gave back. We had to move some between fringe and salary. One was short, one was high, but we made it work and still gave some back.
Right.
So,
Detention salaries, we gave back 58,000.
Thank you.
Is this the part you're gonna miss the most?
yeah.
This question
Seeing
I,
from-
I just wanna thank you, Rick.
But
one
I
of
do
my
want to
first
remind you of my earlier
DET
statement.
meetings.
I'm going to miss you.
I had no idea who you all were, how this committee operated, and the budget was like it was a mess. And he asked me, well, how old are those generators? And I'm thinking, I thought I was decent prepared. I mean, obviously I'm not near well enough prepared because I have no idea. And he gave me this look like, well, anybody that's going to be applying for director, I don't know how old those generators are. And honestly, I thought I had PTSD a couple of times coming back into this room from meetings because it was so stressful those first couple of months. But thank you
Leave
for
it
that
to Rick.
question. It just helped me prepare better.
You never know who's gonna ask the obscure questions.
You never know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else on that item?
I have some questions, but I'll wait until next month for whoever the new person is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not very comprehensive.
Please ask them now.
Well, give us some questions that we should have.
Yeah,
Leave them off balance.
There you
Should
go.
be an exit thing when you leave. Jamie, this isn't really, it's not a question. I'm just noticing that we have other agenda items that will take care of your request to put things on watch list except for salary.
Yes.
So I don't know, our group has never had a problem putting things on a watch list at the request. I just didn't know if we had. It seems like we've sometimes put something on and then sometimes we've held off, so.
Yeah, actually, you're right, I didn't put it on the agenda.
And
You
it's
could hold off.
it'd be in July in 1 month and
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
because
12-month
that
projection.
60,000 number could very well change.
Okay.
So yeah, it's probably better if I leave this with whoever comes in my place to know where we're at. But it's probably better to consider watch list funding if necessary, say in October.
Well, and also considering we're looking at a surplus in fringe at this point too, so.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, anyone have anything else on item 5? Seeing none, is there a motion to accept Jamie's update?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then we have item 6, which she kind of went over, discusses the walk-in freezer and the construction of the emergency evacuation road. The only question I had is on the agenda item, we're showing the freezer at 36,228. And on your handout, you've got it at 39,925. It seemed like your quote went with the agenda.
Yeah,
Okay.
I brought you copies. We just got it. If you want to receive these, this is the new quote.
Okay, so the 39,925 is
Is
now
the,
what it would be.
the
So-
price in May was the 36 number. The price in August is 39.
Okay. We
What will the
Can't-
price be?
I don't know, but things are
I
going.
think we have to follow the agenda item and we can't go up, we can just go down.
Okay.
So we can, depending on what the group wants to do, we could get it on the watch list at 36 and amend it, or just wait and put it. That's kind of your,
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, the agenda will allow us to put the 36 on.
And then the 18,250 for the road.
Yes.
Yeah, that hasn't changed.
And you said Brian Jasper did a scope of work for you?
Well, if you call a scope of work an email and a picture. I said, good for me.
Well,
She's
she's out.
Is D1 gonna be the one doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Is there any other questions for Jamie on 6 or a motion of any kind?
Make a motion, we add it to the watch list, amount that's on the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm actually passing around what we got from Brian Jasper.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I don't think I attached it.
Motion to receive.
Second.
Okay, all in favor on, I'm gonna assume we're still on 6. Motion to receive the printout. Actually, you did it, didn't you? Okay, so all in favor? Aye. Okay, moving on to item 7. Again, we were briefed on this. It's the amount for the transportation vehicles that are gonna be coming out of Bureau. And it looks like all the numbers, coming out of both Bureau and detention, and the numbers, go with what you had passed out.
And we did request, updated quotes because those figures were from May. And we received them, late last week and they have not changed. So,
Is there a motion or any questions on item 7?
And you said you had made the request through, was it P&G to have
it's
them?
gone to the consultants.
Oh, okay.
And it's on their list. It has not been talked about yet.
Yeah.
Is there any problem waiting until the consultants make a recommendation on that, or?
No, I just wanted you to be advised and the new person to not be in the dark. So we've accomplished that today.
So seeing none, we will just wait and hold off on it. Thank you, Jamie, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, any citizen participation to address the board? Seeing none, any board comments? Our visitor, do you have anything to add?
No, I do not.
You were very effective today.
Thank you.
Cody kind of makes it
Much quieter.
a little lot longer than this.
Exactly.
He's probably watching.
Thanks for being here.
Brandy, you have anything?
No, thank you.
Chelsea? Nope.
I just want to say to Jamie,
Yeah.
it's been a joy working with you. I'm gonna miss you. And best of luck. Hope you enjoy your retirement.
Thank you very much. I've really been blessed, made a lot of friends, and I've learned a lot. Rick, you can teach a dog. No problem. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Just call him.
He called himself one first.
There's hope for you yet, right?
I accept it.
Okay.
Rick, you have anything?
Nope.
Mike?
We'll be working numbers for Danny for September supplement soon.
Gotcha.
Yes, please.
Brandon, anything? And I don't have anything. Good luck, Jamie.
Bye.
Bye. Like I'm out. All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Good job. Fish.
So it's like 153.
It's not kind of a long budget time.
Money's not there.